Calaroga Shark Media.
Hello and welcome to Palace Intrigue. I am your host, Mark Francis. The Prince of Wales attended a community event in London yesterday, hosted by the NFL Foundation, which showcased the organisation's efforts to support young people in some of the UK's most deprived areas through flag football. Flag football, a non-contact version of American football, involves tackles being made by pulling off flags worn by players on their hips, according to the British American Football Association. The sport is rapidly growing in the UK and is set to be included in the Los Angeles 2028 Olympic Games. The NFL Foundation, now celebrating its third anniversary, is the first international charitable arm of the NFL. It focuses on supporting areas in the UK with high deprivation and low physical activity levels, currently working with 23 community organisations across London, Birmingham, Greater Manchester and Leeds, reaching over 6,000 young people. Prince William, smiling as he met with representatives from NFL UK and community partners, learned about the programme's impact. He also spoke with young people about how the initiative has benefited them from joining in the NFL's flag activities, including catching, receiving, and throwing. During the event, the Prince of Wales chatted with NFL players currently involved in matches in London. This included Louis Rees-Zammit, a Welsh athlete playing for the Jacksonville Jaguars, and Phoebe Schechter, who has represented Team GB in both flag and tackle football, and is the first British female coach in the NFL. The NFL has been holding regular season games in London since 2007, and the sport continues to grow in popularity across the UK. The Duchess of Sussex is reportedly being inundated with offers from publishers eager to write her tell-all memoir, but the question remains, would people actually want to read it? Meghan Markle could potentially earn tens of millions of dollars as publishing houses vie for the chance to publish her memoir, with the belief that she could provide an insight into the royals that no one else can share. However, a recent poll suggests that public interest may not be as high as anticipated. In a survey conducted by Mirror readers were asked, would you read Meghan Markle's tell-all memoir? Out of those polled, 7,324 people agreed with the blunt response, I'm not reading that. Only 295 respondents said they would be fascinated by it, while 124 remained undecided. If Meghan does decide to write her memoir, it is expected to cause a stir within the royal household, much like Prince Harry's book Spare, which made several sensational claims, including details of scuffles with Prince William and his relationship with King Charles. There is speculation that Meghan's memoir could revisit explosive moments, such as the claim made during the couple's interview with Oprah about a royal family member questioning the skin colour of their son Archie, a remark that caused outrage in the UK. Despite the intrigue surrounding the potential memoir, it seems that many Brits are indifferent. One Mirror reader remarked, I wouldn't read anything by her or him. Another reader, Jane Powell, added, there will be more truth in a Barbara Cartland. While a third, Russ Biker, dismissed the idea, saying, not into that kind of fiction. Tom Sykes in the Daily Beast writes under the headline, King Charles' Australia trip is all about proving he isn't dying. From Sykes, in February, when the King was diagnosed with cancer and made the unprecedented decision to announce his condition to the world, prompting his son, Prince Harry, to fly home from California at a moment's notice, and civil servants to update their funeral planning, there were few who really believed that just 8 months later he would be able to fly around the world. Charles and his aides know full well that the King's health will be under microscopic scrutiny, as never before for the week of engagements travelling around Australia that ensues. There is always a risk that foreign trips can go off-piste because the palace have to rely on outside agencies for security and cannot control the media in the same way as they can at home. From Kate Middleton being snapped sunbathing topless on holiday in the south of France to the death of Princess Diana in Paris, variables are harder to control when the royals leave their domain, whether on official business or not. It's a risk this time, as one former royal staffer told the Daily Beast. The Royal Rota, the accredited pack of British royal correspondents travelling with the King, aren't too much of a problem. They aren't going to say anything controversial about Charles' health unless he literally falls down dead in the street. But the Australian media aren't operating under the same kind of restrictions. If anything goes wrong on the tour, from a bad trip or a fall or a cancelled engagement or, God forbid, an early exit, they will go to town on it, and the British Emerita will probably then evaporate in its wake. The decision to travel to Australia, in some senses, a gamble, the former courtier says, it's all about proving he isn't dying. To be blunt, the problem is that if anything goes wrong, people will leap to the opposite conclusion. It's make or break for Charles, I think. The gamble is also arguably an unnecessary one. Charles obviously wants to do it. It will be his first trip to a foreign British realm, the official term for a foreign country which counts him as head of state, but that does not necessarily mean it is wise. The 30,000-mile round trip could have been shelved without a breath of criticism earlier this year. The king's wife, Queen Camilla, is among those who are believed to have urged the 75-year-old king to think twice about a long-haul voyage and a grueling schedule of meet and greets. More Palace in just a moment. The king will likely be encouraged by recent polls in Australia that show strong support for the monarchy as he prepares for his historic tour of the country. This follows a report by the Daily Mail which revealed that the king had written to Republican campaigners expressing his deep love for Australia and acknowledging that any debate about its future is entirely up to the Australian people. As King of Australia and the nation's head of a state, Charles received a boost from a poll published in yesterday's Daily Telegraph in Sydney. The poll revealed that 1 in 4 respondents now view King Charles more favourably than before his coronation, with only 5% feeling less positive. Additionally, support for Australia becoming a republic has dropped, with just 1 in 3 backing the idea, down from the 39.4% who voted for it in the 1999 referendum. The King's tour comes amid reports that he will pause his cancer treatment during the trip. The 75-year-old monarch is set to begin his official visit on October 18th, covering Sydney and Canberra, before heading to Samoa for a state visit. While in Samoa, he will attend the Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting. The king got a preview of his birthday cake during a recent visit to Dumfries House. King Charles was all smiles when members of the Knitwise group presented him with a unique gift, a knitted birthday cake. The intricate creation made by participants in the Knitwise program was part of the celebrations for the 10th anniversary of the Future Textiles program. Knitwise, launched in 2020, aims to preserve and strengthen the local knitting industry. The knitted cake, which delighted the king, is said to be displayed at the Garrison Chapel in Chelsea, where the King's Foundation exhibits works from its various initiatives. The king's birthday isn't until next month, but at least we know what his cake looks like. We suspect we'll have other cakes as well. Prince George, who may one day inherit the throne, won't be expected to follow in the military footsteps of his forebears, breaking a tradition that spans centuries, according to reports from the Mail on Sunday last year. However, his ambitions might take a different turn, perhaps into the culinary world. During a visit to Wyveton Hall Cafe in Norfolk, George, now 11, was reportedly so taken with the restaurant's wood-fired pizza that he declared, "That's what I want to do when I grow up." The cafe, located near Blakeney, is owned by Desmond McCarthy, who featured in the 2016 BBC Two series Normal for Norfolk. McCarthy reveals George as a sweet boy, though he humorously noted that kids become less appealing as they grow up. George visited the cafe with his mother, Catherine, the Princess of Wales, and a group of friends as Sandringham, where Prince William and Catherine's holiday home, Amner Hall, is located, isn't far from Wyveton Hall. While the young prince might dream of a career in the kitchen, unfortunately, his chosen venue is closing next month after 17 years of business. Despite its acclaim, including praise from Delia Smith for serving the best food in Britain, the cafe has faced rising costs and staffing challenges. McCarthy reflected on the closure, saying, "It's sad when things change, but I believe something else will happen in time." Though the cafe had a busy summer, it struggled to remain viable year-round, a challenge for many seasonal businesses. So while George may have to look elsewhere for his pizza-making dreams, the sentiment remains. Even future kings can have down-to-earth ambitions. Princess Charlotte has been described as a caring little girl who also knows what she wants, as palace sources reveal her dream job. According to insiders, Prince William's daughter has expressed an interest in becoming a nurse after learning from her father about the vital work of the NHS staff. While their older brother, Prince George, is destined to become the king one day, the 9-year-old Princess Charlotte is expected to hold a significant role within the monarchy. However, sources suggest she has other aspirations. A palace insider told New Idea, "She's obviously just a little kid, but still," Will and Kate swelled with pride. "She's such a caring little girl who also knows what she wants, so they wouldn't be surprised if she does take on nursing as one of her big courses when she's older." As third in line to the British throne, Princess Charlotte is likely to take on a role similar to that of her great-aunt, Princess Anne, and will hold senior positions within the royal family alongside her younger brother, Prince Louis. Despite this, the Prince and Princess of Wales are reportedly keen for their 2 younger children to have more independence in their future careers. Royal expert Camilla Tominey has said that William and Kate would like Charlotte and Louis to have their own careers if they choose to pursue them. Regarding Prince Louis, who is just 6 years old, the royal couple hopes to avoid him becoming a royal hanger-on. Former BBC royal correspondent Jenny Bond previously told OK that William and Kate are likely mindful of the challenges faced by the royal spare. Bond added, "They have already shown that they have a different and modern attitude to bringing up royal children, and I'm sure they would do everything to make Charlotte and Louis feel every bit as special, loved and valued as George." She also noted the couple will likely encourage Louis to explore opportunities outside the royal sphere, perhaps in the military or charity work, and to pursue higher education, as both William and Kate did. And there you have it. If you'd like to email us, our address is thepalaceintrigue@gmail.com. Please follow us at Spotify, Apple, or the app of your choice. And don't forget, you can get this show commercial free along with hundreds and hundreds of other Calaroga Shark media shows, including our October Halloween series, Ghost Scary Stories. Check out Ghost Scary Stories wherever you get your podcasts. I'm Mark Francis. My thanks to John McDermott. This is Palace Intrigue. Good times.